Hey, what's up, everybody? Adrin the Barber back. Lou the Barber here back with our Hair
Hello.
Heroes Live. Hey, yeah. And today we're going to be talking about the best razors on the market, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
best razors. And we're going to be talking about barber trade shows and how they're helpful for our careers as barbers and, and furthering what we do. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. What's going on, Lou?
Hello.
Happy Tuesday.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday.
Hello. Happy Tuesday. Good evening. Today we're going to live show again. This is the third one episode. Next to me, that's the Adrin the Barber. And I'm a
Adrin the
Lou
Barber.
Barber.
So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Our first topic today, we're going to be talking about barber trade shows. And you recently went to a barber trade show, correct?
Yep, correct.
Okay. What was it? First Minnesota barber trade show we had?
Yep.
Okay.
The first one, the first barber show, kind of like a little bit excited, but not too much like I expected. And so most of the student there.
Because it was small. It was a smaller show.
Yep. And I met the one guy. He from Chicago. He used cut hair 16
Talking
years.
about Joe Flano.
Yeah, I think so. That's his
Flano,
name, Joe Flano. And he the one try to do all the barber show right now. So that's why I make him there, and we start chat a little bit. Then I watching the competition between all the students do the best fade.
The best fade, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we had our first barber show here in Minnesota. It wasn't as big as what people would hope for it to be. I didn't make it to the show. I wanted to go, but I had some other obligations that day. But yeah, Lou Barber, he made it up there along with one other barber. He went up there.
Yeah, I and Jay.
Yeah,
the one up
yeah.
at Barber. In the
Yeah,
shop.
so I mean, I think I've only been to one barber show in my career. So that's one of my goals for 2019 is to get out and get to more barber shows. And get out because it's something that's going to help me build my brand, and it's only going to further me. It can't hurt, I can only become a better barber from going to more barber trade shows.
That's true.
So I know the big ones I want to hit this year are BarberCon in LA.
Wow, that's
That's
a
gonna be a big one. That's
event.
gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it.
BarberCon in LA. If you guys don't know, that's put on by Barbershop Connect, and you can get over and check out the website BarberCon. Also BarberCon New York. So the LA thing is new this year. So they didn't have LA last year. Before in March, it used to always be BarberCon, BarberCon New York, and they had the big trade show out there. I think it's one of the biggest ones in the nation.
No, so this is my first time going to a barber show in Minnesota. So I never been before, so I not really know how it is. But
Exactly.
yeah, but I want to go to the LA so I can get
But
experience.
it's a good experience
Yep.
for if you've never been to a show. You went to a smaller show, you got to see how it worked, and now hopefully in March you're able to go.
I like to go to
LA.
again.
Yeah, hopefully he's able to go to LA, and get to experience the big show, really see what the barber trade shows are about because there's a lot of classes that are really beneficial to us. You get to network with a ton of great barbers from all over the country. And as well, it's just about learning, man. You get to take in some of the competitions. They always have a fastest fade. Sometimes they'll do a best student contest.
Yep.
Best student barber. Fastest fade, best fade and style. There's all different types of contests. They're usually pretty much the same from show to show. But the one here in Minnesota was put on by Midwest Major League Barbers is what it was. And so it was part of the Midwest Barber Tour that they do. And I think they do them in Chicago and their surrounding area. Like I said, we had our first one up here in Minnesota. And I think that from what I heard, the turnout it wasn't bad. But,
a lot of fun.
Hopefully, come next year, the show can have a better outcome. Hopefully they come back again next year.
But
man.
you know
I
what,
wanna go.
Adrian? But you know what? As long as you pay the ticket for me, man, I go everywhere.
Hey, I'm gonna buy your ticket then, man. You ain't gonna
No, as long as you pay my ticket, I go. I love to go there.
Hey, I'm not gonna give him an excuse to not go. I'm gonna buy his ticket. He's gonna have to be there.
No, I go, Adrian. I go. I go. So
Yeah,
that's a lot of things to learn from when you go there,
Exactly.
A lot of things you learn from experience, and you meet a lot of barber.
Yep.
And they all experienced. They all long time do a haircut,
Exactly. So tell them what's something that you took in from your first barber trade show? What was beneficial? What did you take away from it? Did it motivate you? What is it about them that makes you wanna go to another one?
Because you see a lot of different ways, different type of the barber they do them job.
Yep.
Even some students I experienced. So I saw one student. He's still on the Barber Molar School in St. Paul, Minnesota, but he do just like professional. The way he fade, I really like it. And I told Jay Barber, I say, man, that kid gonna be win the first place. So the way he fade, that's so good. He only used 5 guys from the War and War Senior.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did he end up winning the competition?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he won the first place because he fade so good.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good, man.
That's for my you can learn. But I'm not concerned I'm a professional barber yet. But no, I saw that kid. I said, man, that kid doing so good job. Incredible, bro, for real.
Exactly. And you guys remember...
That's what make me want to go again.
Yeah, exactly.
So you see
all the different barbers you
yep.
see, yeah. And you get to learn different techniques. You can see all different types of things. So, no, I see how it's beneficial, man. Like I said, I've been to one barber shows out in Milwaukee. It was a official Midwest barber tour, something along those lines. It was a couple of years ago. But that show, that show wasn't really organized, man. It was good experience for me going to my first barber show, but it wasn't super organized. And, I mean, I think from what I hear, I think the Minnesota one was better.
Why? Why you don't think that one good?
Oh, man, it's a long story, man.
Oh, okay.
It's a long story. We have to go over
long
that.
Long story, yeah. Okay.
No, but we have to go over that another time, man. Maybe I'll tell you tonight on the way home, you know.
All right. All right.
Also, you guys remember throughout this cast, ask questions. We want to be able to answer as many questions as possible from our viewers, and so ask away. You know, anything you guys got about any topic, and we'll be happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, don't be hesitate to ask the question.
Don't be hesitate to ask the question.
That's a one man thing. And don't forget, thumb up.
Thumb up.
Love all ya.
Definitely, man.
Now we go to
anything else? Anything else about Barber Trade Shows you want to talk about?
That's I should say, man. That's amazing. That's a one word I can say.
You got anything?
Even they're small, but they're still amazing with me. Hey. So that's probably my first one, and I see all the Bible, all kind of Bible. Yep. Every Bible come all over. Illinois, Tennessee, I didn't know Florida, Chicago, all okay.
And that's just Minnesota. And so you got barbers from all over the country that were coming to Minnesota. Now, Minnesota, when it comes to barbering, Minnesota's underrated. Like we don't get talked about. Like people come up here from Miami and like, yeah, I had the best barber ever, like the best barbers in Miami. I can't think of anybody who's went somewhere like, yeah, man, the best barbers in Minnesota. You know, we got great barbers in Minnesota. Like, we're not talked about like that, anywhere else. And so I think we're on the come up, though.
Yeah. In the future, I think we're going to go to L.A. They're going to say about Minnesota.
They're going to have to talk about us, right? Exactly, man. So, yeah, I mean, we got to rep for our state. And obviously, we're going to put the work in along with a lot of other people to try to get Minnesota on the map and, take us to a whole different place, man, because that's the ultimate goal. We want to be on top. We want to be mentioned in the same, in the same sense as Miami and New York and L.A. barbers, because right now we're not, man. We don't get talked about at all.
One more thing. I remember the barber, what's his name, Joe Flano, whatever?
Joe Flano?
Yeah, Joe Flano. He the one run the barber shop in Minnesota.
Yep.
He don't know that Rochester, Minnesota got barber shop. Until I give him the business card from the shop. I say,
we only got a couple barbershops.
Yeah, I say, here, this is a barber shop I work. And he looked at me. He thought I worked about 20 years. I say, no, I'm a rookie. But he looked at that. So he say in the speaker, I say, oh yeah, welcome, Adrin, barber shop in the house.
You would thought Lou was cutting hair for 40 years, huh?
20 years. He thought I cut hair for 20 years.
How much time you got under your belt?
Only 15 months.
15 months. That just goes to tell you, you're never too old to become a barber. You're never too old to become a barber.
No. The barber got no borderline, bro. The age ain't got nothing to do with the skill.
To do at all.
Yep.
Exactly, man.
The age ain't got nothing to do with the skill. When I'm in school, we all know we got one guy 65-year-old. He still go to barber. How long?
No, for real. Like
no. That's just surprised me too.
Because how old were you when you were in barber school?
Not about 50.
50?
Yep.
So, he was 50 years old in barber school. You weren't the oldest in our class, right?
No, another one older than me.
Yeah, somebody older than him.
Yeah, Mark, 65.
65. You're never too old to become a barber, man. Don't be afraid to make that change.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with the way you love. If you love to do haircut, it doesn't matter how old are you. If you want to into it, man, you can go into it.
I know when we were in school, My whole time in school. I probably went to school with at least 5 people that were 40 and older.
Yeah, a lot.
Maybe more than that. I know I could probably name 5 on top of my head right now that were 40 and older. And so
Bernie, Mark, me,
Chad
Chad, and Sam the Man.
Sam the Man. Hey.
Yep. Sam the Man.
never told me to come
5
Barber,
years right
man.
there. And it got to do with the skill barber. If you guys love to do that, remember that, yeah?
Exactly. Cool. Let's go on to the next topic. So we just got done talking about barber trade shows. If you're just tuning in, now we're gonna move on to the best double-edged razor blades. So this is important. There's how many different brands is there of blades?
So many. Derby, Sharp, Law, Feather,
Dorco,
and Panasonic.
the Doctors. Remember the Doctors?
Your doctor, Panasonic.
I even had Bic razor blades. Like the pen company.
Yeah.
I had Bic razor blades. Like I got them from the Asian store across the street. Like and they were trash. But there's so many different types of razor blades. So what we're gonna talk about is our opinion on what the best razor blades are. My personal opinion, I like to use the feather blades. Feather blades never let me down. I actually had one this week that was actually a dull blade fresh out the pack. But besides that, feather blades are my personal favorite. And I don't think you use feather blades, huh?
Yeah, you won before.
But no, you don't use them consistently. Your everyday blade that you go to is a what?
Law.
A Lord.
I love that one.
Lord. If you guys haven't heard of it, check it out. They're not bad. They're not bad razor blades. They're really not.
Good price. Good quality.
And for 100 of those, what's the price on those?
$450.
Oh, $450. That's cheap.
100. $450.
I thought they were more expensive than that. But they cut better than Derby blades. And Derby blades, I know at Sally's Derby blades were like $7 for 100 blades. But I hate Derbys. They're just so flimsy. They're not. But let's see. So like I said, we got Lords, we got Derbys, we got Sharks, we got Feathers, we got Dorcos, we got Doctors, we got Bic.
So
Are there any other blades you guys know about out there that we're missing? Like I said, there's a ton of blades. I don't know them all. I just know like the 7 that have came into the shop that I've used. And if I had to rank them, Feathers are number 1. I'm taking
no doubt about it.
Dorco blades at number 2.
That's your opinion?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm taking
okay.
Feathers. I'm taking Dorco blades, and now I'm gonna take the Lords at number 3. Dorco has different types of blades too, though. Dorco has like the premium diamond, whatever.
They got
I think they're all
two different level.
Yeah.
One premium, another one's a regular.
Yeah, I think they're all the same, man. Honestly,
No, but me, I'll be honest. I like Feather.
Give me your top 3. Give me your top 3.
I got Feather. That's the number 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Feather, you with the straight razor feather.
Yep.
This kind of feather, and all the kind of feather too.
Okay.
This kind of feather, and the regular kind of feather, and the law. That's the 3 one I got.
So what's your favorite? Lord's your favorite.
Yep.
Lord's his go-to, and you do a lot of shaves, you do a lot of straight razor work, and Lord is what you go to.
So I tell you guys, law, they make by some kind of steel. I think they real thin, but they strong. They kind of like a strong, and they not hot either. They kind of like
they're more flimsy.
Yeah, they kind of dance back, powder back.
Yep.
Even so that's a good one when you do all the razor light up.
Exactly.
Or you go to razor, this second safe.
Yep.
Oh, they take it all, even the tiny one go so smooth.
Exactly.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Cheap too, good price, $450 for 100. Oh.
Where you buying that?
I'll buy on. Oh, you know that Barber Depot. That's my place.
Barber Depot.
I love that place.
This dude's on Barber Depot 100 times a day. That's his favorite site by far.
Yep, Barber Depot and Amazon. I like
Amazon.
that. Yep.
Amazon, man, like I've been saying that for years, is that Amazon is the #1 place for barber supplies. I don't even understand.
That's true.
I don't even know how these other companies stay in business when it comes to Amazon, because everywhere else, the clippers are way more expensive than they are on Amazon. Like, I can go on Amazon right now and get some masters for $90. And then everywhere else is gonna try to charge me 100 plus.
You see the slim blade I just got, Adrin?
Yeah, what'd you get?
Sally got a $80. I go Amazon only $44.
$44 for the Slimline Pro on Amazon.
And I go to a gram for 2-day shipping.
So he's telling me that Sally's has
$80 right
Sally's
now.
has the Slimline Pro for $80.
Right now, $80. I saw it.
After tax, you're gonna spend.
No, $79.99. I mean $80.
After tax, you can spend $87.
Yep. And
So you're telling me,
Amazon $44.
go to Amazon, you get 2 pairs for the price Sally's got 1 pair at.
Yep, exactly the same. Everything the same.
Man, Sally's is making like 1,000% profit on clippers and stuff. Sally's is killing people. Only time I ever buy anything from Sally's is if I absolutely need it, like that day, at that moment. That's the only time I'm going to Sally's, man, because if I can wait a day or two, I'm going straight to Amazon because Amazon's going to get it right out to me.
I don't understand why Sally sometimes they sell something so expensive than Amazon.
It's just the way it is. It's a corporation, man.
Even in Marvel, you got a slim line still cost you like about $60 or something, more 70, man.
Exactly.
But hey, Amazon only $44.95. That surprised me. And I order right away, so I got a new one too. I got 2. I love to get all the 2 I need. So when you're working on the day you serve a clientele, you want to come be hot, you're going to switch another one.
Exactly.
See, you keep your clientele happy.
Yep. No, you're right, man.
That's it all how the way is. That's the one the barber. If you give all your heart to barber, you don't worry about spending some money to get the right tool. Man can say the right tool done the right job.
Hey, I heard that.
I like it like that.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, back to the razor blades like we were talking about. Lord, that's Lou's favorite blade. Feathers, that's my favorite blade. I should have grabbed the pack to show you guys, but feathers are probably they're the more expensive blades out of all the blades I've used. So, but if you go on Amazon, you can get feather blades for.
I can find out $5.50.
No, it's like for a pack of 100.
Oh.
It's like $24, somewhere around there. 23,
Oh,
24.
that's a good price.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
so
good
for
price.
pack of 100, it's not bad. It's not
No,
bad at
yeah.
all. It's not, it's not $4.50. But I mean, you still get a lot of blades. But let's see, you get 10 in each. That's 2. That's 20. You really get 200 blades because you get 10 packs. They're double sided. You got to break them. That's the nice thing with like.
That's the one thing I don't like. I don't like to really.
You don't like to break them.
Yeah, because of why
See,
sometimes you don't be careful, they're gonna cut you.
Look, so
This
check
one
this.
they already do that already.
If you guys don't know the difference, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already do. But if you don't know the difference, so like these sharks, for instance, right here. Let's see. So I'm gonna grab the Lords. The Lords and the Derbies. When you buy them in a pack of 100, you really get 100 blades. So,
Yep.
for instance, these sharks, if you buy them in like a pack of 100, you're really getting 200 blades because this is 2 blades. As you can see the difference, you got 2 blades in there. And so with these sharks, just like the feather, you can just break these and just snap them in half. So
When you
yeah,
see the
that's
width
it.
side between 2 of them, law and sharp, are
Yeah.
2 different. The sharp
And
kind
then-
of like a little narrow than the law. Look at
and now you get 2 blades out of that. And so that's a nice thing. Like these sharks, what it says it comes in these little. This has five blades in here,
That means
so you
10.
really get 10 blades.
The one got 100. That
That
means
has 100. And the derbies, they come the exact same way as those
Law?
as the Lords do. But yeah, I wanna say they got derbies you can break too. I can't remember if they do it or not.
How about Doga?
But Dorco has them where you have to break them as well. Like they're not. They don't come single in the Dorco.
Oh, right, now come back. Oh.
There we go. We're back on now.
You're back on now.
Yeah.
Sorry, the technical.
Technical difficulties, huh?
Yep.
This camera keeps shutting off. Let's see. We got a question just came in. Let's see. Peace, guys, from Fort Bragg. Any tips on receding and thinning hairlines? Remedies? What are the best cuts? You want to go ahead and answer that? What you think? So he asked, what's the best haircuts for receding and thinning hairlines? Or what type of remedies? So what type of things do you think is the best? I mean, if you want to go down the hair enhancement line, then there's a lot of different options we can talk about. If you want to talk about haircut wise, there's really nothing to cover up like a receding hairline unless you're cutting your hair down low to kind of match, the length of the hair that's receding, And so if you want to do, I mean, it really wouldn't even matter, a bald fade or a taper or whatever. It's really about how low you're going to cut the top of your hair. How comfortable are you with cutting the top of your hair down, That's what I say, unless you want to get into enhancements. If you want to get into enhancements, topic, like we talked about last week, topic, Dr. Fill-In, other types of hair fibers, which are really just like one-day fixes compared to using like Beijing, which is going to last you probably a week and a half or longer, or Kiss Express, which is probably going to get you, 3 to 5 days, depending on how well you take care of it. But it really all just depends on, what avenue you want to take with the receding hairline, the thinning hair.
I think so.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, they got those.
I think so.
They got the new those new commercials coming out, the For Hims and the Keeps and stuff like that with the minoxidil, the finasteride. That's another avenue to take with receding and thinning hair, is using like the minoxidil. Minoxidil is the main medicine in like regrowing your hair, and it's super popular right now. And now they made it to where it's over the counter, and so it's not something you have to go get a prescription for. So basically, just like Rogaine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I hope that answered your question the best I could. I try to cover it with all different aspects. The low cut, the enhancements, as well as like the.
If they don't want to enhance, I think that the low cut that's the better way.
Yeah, the low cut is what I say would probably.
That's the best way.
Would probably work the best. Yeah, I mean.
I think so too. So some people they don't like him, and some people they don't like some you top it or whatever. Then only the best you can do that's the low cut.
Exactly, because I deal with people every day that have receding hairlines, that have thinning hair, and like they'll come in. The thing is, when your hair is longer, when it's more grown out, it's going to be more noticeable, which is obvious. So if you want to combat that, you can't wear your hair long, because if you wear it long, it's not gonna look good. You're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see the color change. You'll be able to see your scalp more. Compared to if you do a low cut, and the style really doesn't matter when it comes to your hairline up here. You can taper it, you can bald fade it. Like I got a guy, he has a bald spot in the crown of his head. And so what we do is just we cut it low with like a 1.5 or 1A against the grain, and then we do a high bald fade. So then by the time the haircut's done, you can't even tell he's receding, but and his hair looks good on top. He's lined up. You can't even tell. And so I deal with guys like that every day. And same thing with receding hairlines up here in the front. Cut it low, or and by low I mean match what you have. So just because.
So depend on how the hair look like. If you got a ball, just like I got one client there one time, he got short ball right here.
Yep.
And he got long hair and he want to keep long. I say if you keep long and right here they're gonna show the spot.
Exactly.
If you cut a real short, then they still showing so you don't like it. So I have to use some guy like a 1.5 or 1A to make it even, so you're gonna see that.
Exactly.
They don't see that spot no more.
All right. So Antoine's asking about any recommendations for a holding spray to use for lineups and products for twist and curls. All right, cool. Recommendations for a holding spray. Most of the time, I just use. Let me grab it real quick. I'm gonna grab. Oh, you know what? I ain't even got it here.
You that one? Let me.
I just use a hairspray most of the time. Like honestly, I got like the pink lotion hairspray. I think it's Luster's.
I use this one.
And
that's
an extra firm hold.
Yep, the easy one and good. You can find everywhere easy in a Walmart. That one good.
Yeah, the biggest thing I know, my favorite holding spray that's on the market is Topic. Like it smells good and it does a good job holding. The only thing is like if you don't clean the nozzle, it kind of squirts out in a stream. And so every time you use it, you want to make sure you clean the nozzle so you get a nice even spray, because otherwise you'll spray a stream, you'll mess up like the topic or whatever. Yep. But no, definitely, like I don't really use spritz. And if you do use it, don't use anything that's extra, like a heavy hold or an extra hold, because I don't know. I haven't had a great experience with that. Most of the time, I'll just use like a light hold. Like I said, I think it's the Luster's. It's a pink can. It's Luster's hairspray, and it just says pink across it. That's the one I use every day when I use hair fibers and things like that. When it comes to curls, I have this Luster's S Curl No Drip Curl Activator, and I'm gonna be showing this in some of my video. I think I showed it in my last video. I showed it in my last video with the
No.
I
I
did my last video when I did the design. I use this product with the curl sponge.
Okay.
So what I do with this is I take this, always spray, always just moisten the hair a little bit.
Right.
Just dampen it with some water, and I take this and then always, instead of just spraying it on the head, because this same thing, the nozzle gets clogged up. It's a mess when you spray it. So I always just spray a whole bunch in my hand, and then I just rub it in. I just go ahead and I just rub it in the hair. And so when you sit there and you start to curl the hair up, like you can just curl it up with your fingers, or if you and that's if the hair's thinner. If they got like curl sponge type hair, that more thick curly hair, then you could just do the same thing. Spray this in your hand, put it on the head, and then take the curl sponge and curl it. And so any products you use for when it comes to curls?
Yeah, here, I use this one. Smooth touch.
So
I
let's
sprayed
see.
it and spun it a little bit. And
So
make it curl.
this is more of an oil sheen. This is the same thing, the Luster's Pink brand. So Luster's
That's
Pink
the one
brand
I
is
use
what
for
it
curly
is.
hair.
And so that's what he uses for curly hair.
But I don't go straight. I go kind of a little bit far away from the head,
Yep.
a little bit, and cover them eyes. So got a little bit and use a spun and slightly, and they come in
do you charge more for those products, or do you just use as needed? So I just use them as needed, man.
No, I absolutely don't. Because that's a
Yeah.
part of a haircut. That's a part of a service,
Exactly.
So when your clientele, they want, hey, can you cut me after done? Can you spawn? You say, yeah, there's no problem. You cannot charge extra for that.
But I think it really all comes down to the price of your haircut. So
That makes more your clientele coming back because why they
Exactly.
look at how the way you serve them,
exactly. So like
you make them happy. So
me for instance, I charge $30 for haircuts. So with my haircut, I'm gonna make sure that the hair's cut, and if they want it styled, I'm gonna style it, and I'm gonna do it free of charge. The thing is, when it comes to curling somebody's hair with like curl sponges, and I've seen barbers and barbershops that charge extra money for the curl sponge, like it's $5 for the curl sponge. So I look at it, a lot of clients don't want to pay an extra. They can just get a curl sponge and sponge it themselves. A sponge only costs like $10. I mean, you can get the Chinese sponges online for like $5. And so my thing is to make my clients happier and want them to keep coming back. I'm not gonna hassle them about $5 for something that's only gonna take me 30 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm gonna spray this in my hand, get my water, boom, get the curls right, curl sponge it. It's quick, it's easy. Clients happy, and my product walking out the door looks better than them walking out with an unstyled haircut. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest to say this one with you. Oh yeah, you don't need to charge extra. Because why? You gonna get a extra tip more than the one you charge. You charge $5 extra when you serve with them like that. They happy. They gonna give you more than that.
Exactly.
I cut the hair only $20. They give the guy get out and give me $40. He say, man, you deserve to get a $20 tip. It surprised me.
Exactly. And that's the
so
thing,
why
man.
you don't charge them extra? They gonna be happy.
I mean, we're selling the feeling, man. If somebody gets out of the chair and they feel confident and they're happy, and
sometimes you got to tip more than you cut.
Because styling, a lot of times, styling only takes a couple minutes, man.
Yep.
Like it doesn't. Styling, I mean, depending on if you're doing something more complicated, it might take a little longer. It might be something you charge for. But for instance, a curl sponge. I mean, me personally, maybe if you charge $15 for haircuts,
Yep.
then you can nickel and dime people more, and you can be like, all right, we're gonna charge more for the sponge. Like these products, I don't know. Like I said, this comes free of charge with my haircuts, especially like holding spray. I couldn't justify charging somebody to use a holding spray. Hair color, when it comes to enhancements is where you can, make more money, is where you can charge people. But even me, when it comes down to my service, I don't even charge people for enhancements because, like I said, at the end of the day, my biggest thing is my client leaving happy and the haircut, them getting the best haircut possible when they get out of the chair.
That's how I feel. I love to do a haircut. I'm a barber, so I don't think I'm going to charge extra anyway. No?
Yes, no, he was just saying he's not charging. He's just curious, just to make sure. No, it's a good question to ask, man, and it's something that a lot of people do ask. Like most new barbers, I mean, you got to figure out what you can and what you can't charge for. You know,
the truth. They could do.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, it comes down to the price of your haircut. Sometimes the shop that you're in might charge you. If the shop gives you products, they might charge you for those products, and so you might want to make your money back off those products. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. You kind of go off your clientele and how you feel and what you think the best route would be. But no, me, like I said, I charge $30, and so I'm not gonna charge any of my clients for anything. But I mean, some barbers do. It's different, man. But let's see if we got any more questions.
I think also ain't no barber chapter for a spun curly hair.
No, nobody charges for sponge.
Nobody.
No. I've seen barbers though, man.
I know
I was
somebody
kind of
do
shocked.
that, but
I was looking at these barbershops price list, and they're like $5 curl sponge. I'm like, man, are people really bad? Because I was like the same thing he's asking. Like he's saying if he's missing out extra service. I was like, am I missing out on extra money? Is everybody charging for curl sponge? Like, at first I'm like, man, let me get that extra $5.
Edwin, you know we can do that.
I can make $5 in 20 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Like
right now we even do some extra service like we washing our hair with the dry shampoo.
Yes.
We wash before we cut, and we wash them bare before we line it up or trim.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's something we do. That we start with the with the dry shampoo, man. And that's something I'm gonna go over in my videos. Probably my next haircut tutorial I put out. I'm gonna talk about the dry shampoo.
Yeah.
Because.
Yep. Right now we don't bring it out yet.
I ain't gonna bring it out yet.
Next video we're gonna
someone might be hip to it already, you know. But you know.
No, we gonna come on next one. That's why I want you guys come back on next one and watch about.
Exactly.
So we're gonna get some more new for you guys. We're gonna do a lot of tricks. You know.
Man, there goes all the
we
questions.
We update every
man.
single day, yeah.
Yeah. So again, we're about to wrap this up. Appreciate you guys tuning in for everybody that stopped by to check us out tonight. Again, this is Lou Barber, Adrin the Barber, and we always want you to tune in every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also remember to tune into my videos. My upload every Tuesday is our live video. Thursday and Sunday, I'll be putting out haircut tutorials, product reviews, all different types of videos, barbering. So if you've been part of my channel, then you know kind of how the schedule goes. We're just getting right back into this and, making this thing. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always updated every time I upload new content. You got anything to send them off with, Lou?
Okay. Anyway, first of all, I say thanks. And remember, every Tuesday, 8:30 Central Time, our live going to come up. And remember, come up for one more. Don't hesitate to ask the question.
Don't hesitate to ask the question. Don't hesitate to ask the
question.
I got a bad Asian accent. I need to work on that. Hey, no, we appreciate you, Antoine, man. Love from Minnesota, man. Love from Minnesota right back at you. Hey, anytime, man. That's what we're here for, to put out some good content. They want a clipper over comb tutorial. We can do that.
Yep.
I'm gonna put something out like that.
We're going to bring everything we know and to share with all you guys. Because
Exactly.
we are barber.
Exactly,
We are barber.
yeah.
We love that.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, it's gonna be coming, man. It's gonna be coming at you guys fast. So like I said, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell. But that's it for tonight. Appreciate you guys tuning in, man.
Good night. Bye
See you
bye.
next Tuesday.
See you guys next Tuesday.